Hi, this is Lisa Vanderpump and Jiggy, and we are coming to you direct from Perez TV. Right, Jig?
Read the numbers on there, add and subtract that now, yeah.
This season, I think I can honestly say it's going to be our best yet. It's a lot of fun, absolutely, but there are some pretty explosive confrontations. So, yeah, it was interesting, but it was definitely a journey.
Numbers on there, add and subtract that.
Well, I have a history with Kyle because I think we've done like 75 episodes now. But I really enjoy being with Brandy. She makes me laugh. And Yolanda's come into the group as a new friend. Jiggy, what are you doing? Jiggy's going to sleep. As a new friend of mine. And I really like both their honesties. Their honesty, their direct. I think that kind of does shake things up a bit. But for me, I'd much rather that than kind of be blindsided like I have been in the past. Been watching, I find Atlanta fascinating. I think New Jersey just like is crazy. That's kind of hard to even relate to really. But New York, yes, I've been watching that. I think Carol Radziwill, is it? I think she comes across really well. I think she's comes across, really nicely, so I do like her. Yeah. It's called Vanderpump Rules. And it is a totally different energy to Housewives, and it's about me running my restaurant in West Hollywood, and I think it should actually be called Hot Mess in Hollywood. That would probably suit it better. But it's been a little crazy, and I couldn't really kind of incorporate all of what goes on in my business life into Housewives because the story was just too loud and too big, so Bravo decided to kind of follow it and give it its own identity. But you are the first one for me to actually say those words, Vanderpump Rules, so I guess it's just been announced today.
You were only off just a few.
I think Jiggy actually gets more people kind of screaming his name than I do because he's probably more approachable. People really, especially in New York, shout out the car, Jiggy, Jiggy, Jiggy. He has become a bit of a phenomenon, I have to say. He has 60,000 followers, Jiggy the Pom on Twitter. So, he does his own Twitter. I help him with the spelling, but he really, he has a voice. He's a little sex monster. She did see it, yeah. I mean, I thought it was a bit ridiculous, really, because there's only one Jiggy, and Andy clearly knows that. And I don't think there's really any competition. Jigster is the Jigster, and Andy has had this kind of special connection with him. And also, Jiggy dresses up for Andy, and I think Andy likes that. I think that she's really it's been a bit of a wake-up call. Suddenly now she's married and this is it, and I think she's taking her life pretty seriously. She's always been a wonderful daughter, I have to say. But now she's very excited. She started this website, we're kind of doing it together, which is really lovely because it's quite a good bonding experience, called the divineaddiction.com, and it's like an online magazine, and it's really fabulous. It's just about wonderful things in life, and we incorporate recipes and fashion, and that's been really important to her and actually taking up most of her time, which is kind of annoying because I like to see them, but yeah, she's obsessed by that, by the Divine Addiction. She's addicted to it. Beverly Hills, there's something I really haven't met that's kind of avoided me, and I actually rented my restaurant out for a commercial with him just so I could meet him, and then I couldn't get anywhere near him. He had all these people around him, which was really upsetting as George Clooney, because I really feel that we're kind of destined to be together, and he just doesn't realise it yet, and I couldn't get anywhere near him, so that's really disappointing. But otherwise, George, wake up and come and get me. I'm still waiting for you. Oh, that's what the whole book's about. There are so many tips in there. I can't really just say there's one tip about hosting a great party. I mean, it does come down to so many things, so many components are also important in, running a restaurant. I'm very much ambiance driven as well. I love, great lighting and setting the mood and flowers, but it's also about doing it on a budget because, not everybody can kind of afford to go and, put loads of flowers on the table and things like that. So There's many tips in there, but I always say do as much as you can, prepare as early as possible, because that's the worst thing, is that when people arrive and you've still got lots of things to do. And in my book there's so many recipes that you could kind of make before somebody gets there, so it really takes the pressure off. But that's what the whole book is about, so you need to get the book, really, Simply Divine. Right now I've been so busy, I suppose there's always another restaurant to open. Ken and I have had, I think 26 bars, clubs, restaurants, and right now we've only got 2, but I've got so many kind of other things that I'm involved in. I've been involved in the skincare business for about 5 years, Epion, so that's really, a passion of mine. I suddenly saw myself falling apart about 5 years ago and thought, oh, okay, now I need to invest in that. So I've been very involved in doing that. Obviously, Bravo, follows me doing my other things, but this year's been incredibly busy with my daughter. I got married last year, moved house, doing 2 shows, written a book, opening Sir Lounge. So I just really haven't had time to think about it, but I'm always kind of looking for, new projects, and there's always, things like drinks and, maybe creating a brand for something like that,
It could be a digital